All right, so welcome everybody. This class is Oils for Every Age. So it's really a great continued education class, or even if it's your first time learning about oils, there'll be a lot of useful information that you can take away from this. My name is Brittany Pio. I'm a wellness advocate with doTERRA. I'm also a licensed massage therapist and educator, and I have a passion for teaching people how to use holistic health to empower themselves, body, mind, and spirit. And essential oils have been an amazing tool for me. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We've got a beautiful PowerPoint to check out. And I think we are good to go. Where are we? Okay. All right, so oils for every age. This is a wonderful class to kind of skim over the entire life cycle from pregnancy all the way on through to old age. And this topic for me is just something that shows how amazing the oils are, that we can use them throughout. And I know that a lot of people, myself included, were hesitant to using oils because we didn't know how to use them safely and effectively. So hopefully by now you've gotten your foot in the door and some experience with oils, and this will be some reminders, but you'll also get some new ideas from tonight. And just to give you a little bit of my background, when I was in undergrad, I also did my minor in aging studies. So that part to me definitely has some near and dear components to my heart. And one of the biggest takeaways I had from that is a lot of what people experience as they age is considered common, but not necessarily normal. And so we have this mindset of like, oh, it's got to be really hard as we get older, and aches and pains come up, and these are just normal parts of aging or normal parts throughout the life cycle, whether it's through pregnancy or having little kids around or whatever it is, like these things that we think are normal, which are actually just common. And we can use our oils and our lifestyle choices and our mindset to really tune into our body and use the oils and other tools that we have to cope with what comes up in life. So we're going to start out tonight with pregnancy and go right on through the life cycle. I will say though, we are giving away a bottle of Balance for tonight's class. So if you're actively engaging by asking questions in the chat or asking questions throughout, you will be put into a pool and somebody will leave here tonight with a bottle of Balance. Well, it'll be shipped out to you. You won't leave here with it. So let's get right into it with pregnancy. Pregnancy, a lot of times what comes up, the body is changing at a really fast pace and we experience pain. Our body's flooded with the hormone relaxin, which is great in preparing us for delivery. But with that being said, things are changing, shifting, and pain is ultimately a product of that. So a lot of times during pregnancy, you're told, you know, you can't take a lot of things, a lot of medications, even over the counter stuff. We want to be super careful of what we're putting in and on our body. And Copaiba is a really great use for that pain relief. So we can put a couple of drops under your tongue throughout the day for pain relief, for better sleep. It can just help ease anxiety and worry thoughts. You can also put this in a veggie cap if you're not a huge fan of the way that Copaiba tastes. You can make it into a roller bottle and roll it like over your lower back, your hips, wherever you're feeling the pain. And Terrazyme is the digestive enzyme that doTERRA carries. The main ingredient, active ingredient, is papaya, and papaya has been used for a really long time for soothing upset stomachs. It also works with the digestive enzymes that are in the capsule to help us with any sort of irritations that we have from food, morning sickness. You could take it if you had an empty stomach, and messing with that dosage for you for what works for you. So you could take 1 capsule, 3 capsules, just feel what works best for your body. Always consult with your doctor, but I will say that any customer I've had that has showed the supplements from doTERRA, the digestive enzymes to their doctors while they're pregnant or not, it's been approved of. But you always want to take that extra step of due diligence. And the cool part about this is the digestive enzyme, just like everything else, will pass through the breast milk and allow the babies to have a more settled stomach. And copaiba is also going to help increase milk supply. So these are great oils to take during and after pregnancy. Basil and fennel, great kitchen oils, but they also have the effect of a soothing sensation for on the breasts and nipples, and then you can also use it to increase milk supply. And then you don't have to worry about too, like, what am I putting on me that's going to eventually get into my baby? And you can always dilute with a carrier oil, such as fractionated coconut oil, jojoba oil, olive oil. You know, you can just dilute it with whatever carrier oil that you like to use. Peppermint is great, and there are some reports of it reducing milk supply, so just keep that in mind and use it cautiously. This will also help with any tension that your body's carrying, especially holding the baby. Body's changing during pregnancy, but afterwards too. Now your body needs to recoup, and you're carrying baby, you're breastfeeding, constantly hunched over. That peppermint is going to really help with our sore muscles. Also, just uplifting the mood. Peppermint oil is going to help give us maybe that little extra boost of energy that we need. And overall, you know, keep an eye on milk supply. That's not reported often, but it does happen. So we'll move along now. We're out of our womb and we're into that infancy and early childhood. So we don't want to give our kids anything that is going to harm them. If you follow the news at all, right, we saw what happened with the essential oils from Better Homes and Gardens. They had this like bacteria in it, but we can rest assured with doTERRA that everything is third-party tested, that we are giving back to those communities where the oils come from. So I know for me as an adult, that is really important to me, that ripple effect of where am I spending my money? Who's benefiting? I don't want people to suffer to get these oils for me, to have these high quality products in my home. I want to make sure that the environment is sustained and the practices are really good. And how amazing that we can instill this with our kids throughout their lifetime. I feel like that wasn't necessarily an opportunity or chance that we had growing up. We just weren't aware maybe of what was going on in other parts of the world. It wasn't really looked at in that way. And now we can have this really conscious effort to give our children the highest quality essential oils on the planet. We're not, you know, rushing to the pharmacy every time we need something over the counter. And doTERRA isn't meant to be a substitute for modern healthcare. We can use them in conjunction and together. But how nice to just have these tools at home, so that way when something does come up or you come in contact with people who may have been sick, we can use the oils to give them that extra layer of caution. And then we also know that they're really safe. We know where they're coming from. We don't have this question of, am I doing the right thing? When we know that doTERRA is always going to third-party test. They're always committed to sustainability. And with all of that being said, it's just really nice that we can feel that we are doing the right thing, because you are. And we want to use more of our due diligence, our common sense here, a little more research. when it comes to pregnancy, when it comes to little kids. Same with pets. Like, we just want to make sure that we're doing the best for them. So this is where I would say spend a little more time doing your research and finding out what works best for your family. We always want to dilute our oils when we're putting them topically on babies, on little kids. So those ratios are going to be a little bit different from essential oils to carrier oils when we're applying them to little babies, little kids. You can find those ratios on our group, private group Facebook pages. You can find those ratios on the doTERRA website. So we're going to use much less essential oil in our roller bottles for babies and kids under 2, and kids as they age can use more of the oils. So it's really great to be able to have this tool that you can apply maybe to their feet or their spine. We still don't want them to really get it on their hands because they could put them in their eyes and their ears. So when you put the oils in the roller bottle up and down their spine, on the bottoms of their feet, that's usually a better place for oil placement. Tamer is great for even me as an adult with an upset stomach. It really helps out kids as well. And the doTERRA has an entire line of oils for kids. But even if you're an adult, I encourage you to try them. And they are just a little more gentle for their skin and for all their senses. We know kids don't like the smell of some oils. I've had massage clients who are like, my kids hate it when I come home smelling like Deep Blue. Like, they're just a little more sensitive than we are. So with that being said, diffusing is also a great option. Diffusing while they sleep. Maybe they've got a stuffy nose, so you put some Breathe and lavender mixed in the diffuser, and you can put it in their room. You can put them throughout the house. Diffusing is a great way to help change our mood and our environment. And it's a great way to support kids as they go through all their phases of life, all their stages of life. If you're in love with lotioning up your babies, you don't want to use the oils like carrier oils, doTERRA has an awesome unscented lotion. I use this after I get out of the shower. It's got like this really creamy texture to it, but it absorbs well and it doesn't leave your skin greasy. I also don't feel like I need a lot of it, and it covers my whole body. So I would imagine for a little baby, you're only going to use about a pea-size amount to start, add a drop of oil, and you can just give them a little baby massage, help out with their belly, massage in clockwise circles. And this is a great way to get your oils in and on your baby and also moisturize them after their bath. And you could have this whole nighttime routine where you're incorporating the oils, you're getting that positive touch in, you're winding down, you've got the diffuser going, and the whole house is getting ready for bed. Some of the suggested oils for babies, not limited to this, but they're just some great ones to have in your arsenal. Wild orange for gas and constipation. Cardamom is a wonderful oil for upset stomach. And again, we can use these throughout all phases of life, but this is just where we see, babies that need the most support. Frankincense, again, we're going to want to dilute all these oils as we're applying them topically. Frankincense is great for immune support. That cradle cap or baby acne that comes up, it's very gentle on the skin. Balance, you can use this oil actually straight out of the bottle because Balance already has fractionated coconut oil mixed in with it. So I know that a lot of people will use this in place of a diaper rash cream or any sort of skin irritation that comes up in that sense. You can use Balance right on the bottom of their feet to help with mood and fussiness. Same with Roman chamomile, copaiba. Dilute those in a roller bottle and roll them right on the jaw for fussing and teething. And again, with Tamer and the upset stomach, wild orange and balance for mood support, and our basil, putting that in a roller bottle, rolling around the ears. Remember, we don't want to put oils directly in the ears, but this is great for ear infections and discomfort there. And then also Calmer. Calmer is a great blend of oils. I actually have one right in front of me. So it's lavender, Canega, Buddha wood, and Roman chamomile. And this is going to be wonderful to roll up and down their spine before bedtime. And then again, you know, you're getting all the benefits of these oils too as you're using them on your babe. As kids age, we want to support their gut, their bodies. And a lot of times, you know, if you were like me and you grew up on the Flintstone chewables, and we're finding out now they really didn't do a whole lot. But the A to Z formula for kids and the IQ Mega, these are basically like our lifelong vitality supplements. They're just a smaller dose. And if for some reason you're, as an adult, you know, you're just either not a big fan of swallowing pills or whatever the case is, you can still use these if you're an adult. You're still going to get benefits. It's not as big of a dose, but you can still use those as an adult. And I've tried both and they're good. I add the IQ Mega to my smoothies sometimes. But anyways, as kids, this is a really great option for them because they taste yummy. If the kids don't like the taste of the IQ Mega, because that is the fish oil, but it has wild orange in it. It does have a little bit of a strange texture maybe for kids. So you could add it into a smoothie for them or with some orange juice or whatever they're drinking anyways. So that's great to support them, their moods, their bodies. And then the PB Assist is the pre and probiotic for kids. Again, it's designed for kids, but you can still use it as an adult. And it's just, it tastes like a little pixie stick, or you can add it into their drink. I know my friends with kids, their kids look forward to this. They like beg for it. And it's just nice to see something that tastes good and it's healthy. Another thing, you know, with kids in school or wherever they are, a lot of times now we have to wear the mask, and these beadlets are great to chew on, put them in, pop them in your mouth when you have the mask on, because now if there's any like germs, bacteria up in the mask, we're breathing out on guard. It's also like really great to just support with immune system. They've got a little tickle happening in their throat, and we're going to give them that support of the clove, the wild orange, cinnamon, and it's just in this little beadlet. It tastes like one of those red cinnamon candies. And I know for me with this one and the peppermint beadlets, I like to pop them in if I'm wearing a mask. It just makes the experience better. So we could give this to kids daily just for a little immune support, especially while they're in school. And like I mentioned, the kids collection is great. It comes with like a little set of flashcards too. So you could give that to them, or if you were giving this as a gift, it's just nice with quick uses on what to do with all the rollers. They come with these little keychain covers, kid or adult. These are great oils, great present to gift somebody, maybe even you just want to gift it to one of your friends who doesn't have kids, because these are awesome oils. But they're very convenient, good blends designed for our kids. So some of the recommended oils, especially when, you know, kids are just like us, they're all different, and what works for one might not work for another. So don't give up necessarily on oils. It just might mean that you need to try a different combination or a different oil. Sometimes kids have the exact, even adults have the exact opposite effect with lavender. Like lavender can light them up, give them energy. So if that is the case, reach towards vetiver. It's a little bit more of an investment, but this comes from a tree. It's very calming, and typically if somebody doesn't respond well to lavender, they do for vetiver. Same with frankincense too. I would use that in place of lavender if they were not calming down with that. You can use diffusing and topical application to help keep them calm while doing homework and needing them to focus. And then we know kids have different aches and pains, whether they're running around and getting hurt, playing sports, even their body is just transitioning and growing. So the Rescuer blend is the soothing blend. And Stronger, I love the smell of Stronger. This one is going to be great for any irritations on the skin, and also boosts of immunity with the blend. I love this routine because it gives it for teacher and student. I know it says homeschool, but anybody can use this, whether you're homeschooling or traditional school. So 6 a.m., applying balance to the bottom of your feet, giving you that grounding sensation right as you wake up, ready to conquer the day. Diffusing On Guard throughout the day to support the immune system and to ward off any germs and yuck that we bring in the home with us. If you can diffuse in your school, like if you were a teacher, On Guard is also a great blend to diffuse because it's very mild. You're not going to get too much of a strong smell from it. It smells like fall. And then in the afternoon, evening, giving yourself a drop of frankincense to inhale and calming down, winding down in the night with Adaptive, the mental health blend. And you can see the suggested protocol for kids to get them uplifted with the peppermint and the wild orange, Thinker to help them with focus. You could even give them their own bottle. Kids are so good and funny with oils. Like if you give them their own bottle of oils, especially if they're like old enough to know what's going on, they will use that bottle and cherish it and keep it with them. And I love to see kids reaching for their rollers. And then in the night, again, diffusing that lavender and breathe to help keep their airways open and get restful sleep. I wish I had essential oils as a teenager. I'm sure my parents do too. And not only for that mood support and just hormones are wonky, but then like also what comes up in everyday life. A lot of times our skin is changing. And if our skin doesn't look good, then we don't feel good. Maybe we don't want to show up, for class or do the social things. And then that can put a damper on everything. So the skin line for the recommended skin line for teens is the HD Clear line. And this is a cleanser, an oil roller bottle that you can apply to blemishes, and a moisturizer. And a lot of times kids, when they deal with acne in adolescence, if they go to a dermatologist or their primary physician, oftentimes they're put on really harsh medications that have some not so great side effects. So if we can avoid that, amazing. We know what comes up on our skin is an effect of what's going on inside. So what better way to support the skin than to be really mindful of what we're putting inside and managing our stress? And what better way to do that than with Lifelong Vitality? If you're new to doTERRA, you might have heard this mentioned. If you've been here for a while, you know about Lifelong Vitality. And it's hard enough to control what kids and teens are putting in their mouth because chicken tenders and pizza are life at this point. But we can encourage them to eat a healthy diet, and they're watching what we're doing, and then also supplementing in with those 3 supplements. We'd give them about half the dose for teens, and it's just going to help support mood, skin, gut health, growing pains, all the things. They're getting the superfood complex. They are getting support from a cellular level. We're getting those omegas, which are great for joint health and brain health. And then, what's showing up on the skin is what's going on inside. So if we can find balance on what's going in internally, we have that support with a Lifelong Vitality. we can use the skincare line as a means of cleaning the grime and the bacteria and the sweat off of our skin. But ultimately, it really comes down to what's being put inside. So if we can keep them off those drugs with the harsh side effects, I was on Proactiv skincare line. Now I see those ingredients and I'm like, oh my gosh, no way. And it's very drying and abrasive to the skin, and it's really expensive. You become like addicted to it. So let's start them with a great foundation and support them with products that are healthy, not harmful. Other thing, kids, again, even into the teens, just diffusing. This diffuser that's on the screen right now, the Onyx, it's a beautiful, I think that's what it's called. It's a beautiful diffuser. If you purchase it now, I think it's just $5 more, and you'll get the Serenity blend and the Breathe blend included in that. So just keep that in mind if you're in the market for a new diffuser. Clary Calm is going to be great for hormonal support. You can roll it right on the abdomen. So right where was this when we needed it? Teen girl support, we can use the diluted tea tree for any blemishes that come up. It's also great for cleansing, boosting our immune system. Adaptive is the mental health blend. It's going to support our emotions and feelings. Serenity for that sleep and calm. Serenity also has Vetiver right in it. And then Clary Calm is the monthly blend. So that can be supportive for cramps and PMS, rolling right on your lower abdomen. If you want, you can even amplify this by adding like Copaiba to it or Deep Blue. And then Intune is a great blend for study and focus if you have a hard time sitting still, or just even like so many Zoom calls. This is a great blend to have right on your desk. For boys, we can also use that Intune blend for support. Deep Blue for muscles and sports injuries. Not that the girls don't have them too, but you know, we're supplying this to the masses. Peppermint beadlets for breath support. Wake up to a little extra boost of energy. Again, like these are great to pop in your mouth when you're wearing a mask. And then Wild Orange, sleep and uplift mood. I love this example because it shows you how adaptive and adaptable the essential oils are. Kathy asked if it was recorded, and this is recorded. So peppermint beadlets, love those, gotta have them. Again, with the tea tree and blemishes. So these are just great ideas, stocking stuffers, just ways to get your teens involved with a healthy lifestyle now. And they are mirroring what we're seeing too. And I know teens can sometimes be the biggest critics when it comes to using oils, at least that's what I've experienced. And once they see some shifts, they're then the biggest advocates for them. So they're like, Mom, what are you doing? Why are you making us do this? And then once they have a good experience, they change their tune. So again,
can confirm that
lifelong
statement.
Yeah. Oh, you can agree? Yeah. So again, with the lifelong vitality, this is the foundation among other aspects of our foundation, like healthy sleep, food habits, managing our stress, moving daily. Lifelong vitality is going to up level every aspect of your life. I just cannot get over how much good stuff is packed into these 3 supplements. And if you walk into a drugstore or a health food store and you look at that aisle and it's just totally overwhelming, and you've probably done what I've done and purchased things because you've heard they're good for you or whatever, and now you have this collection and it's like, well, what do I do with all these? Or, you know, are these even helping me or anything like that? So doTERRA's really taken the guesswork out of it for us. And you can still, you know, add in other supplements as needed or things like that. But, you've got your omegas, you've got your cellular support, you've got a superfood complex made of real food. And there's essential oils in these, like frankincense, clove, wild orange. So you're getting the internal benefits of those. I also strongly believe that the reason why these supplements don't ever give me an upset stomach is because of the quality of ingredients that they're made with. There's no fillers. They also have the essential oils right in there with them. So I think that gives you like something else, a little substance with your supplements. So I've never had an upset stomach from them. Can't speak enough about them. We're in our lifelong vitality challenge right now on Wellness Works and Wellness Wins and Team Life Fuel. So if you're not a part of that, you can still get in it. There's some great prizes coming up. And if you're not completely happy, there is a 30-day money back guarantee. So you can rest assured, get the support that you need. If our bodies don't have all of the vital nutrients and minerals that we need, then everything is going to be disturbed, from sleep, excess pain, our mood, our digestion's going to be off, the list goes on. And we want to support that as much as possible. The oils are amazing, and they're just going to be band-aids if we don't have a strong foundation. So definitely need to check that out if you haven't already. Terrazyme, again, we talked about that in the beginning, but you can take this at every meal to help digest and break down our foods. A lot of us eat too quick. We don't eat enough of the good foods. Maybe you accidentally ingest like gluten if you're gluten-free. Terrazyme is a great staple to have. It also just helps break up mucus. So if you're somebody who suffers with like chronic sinus stuff, or you've got that feeling of almost like postnasal drip, but you're not sick, try Terrazyme. That's just helped a lot of people that I know break up that extra mucus. And then lemon or any citrus oils in your water throughout the day. They're very cleansing. You are going to basically just like helping your liver and your other detox organs work at their best with the lemon oil. So our body's already detoxing for us all the time through our liver, through our lymphatic system, through our gallbladder. And so those organs and those systems, if we're not living the cleanest lifestyle, or even just coming in contact with the daily chemicals that we breathe in when we step outside, or we go into somebody else's home, like things like that do come up. They are inevitable to avoid. And lemon and the citrus oils are just going to help cleanse the body, work with those detox organs. Especially if you've had your gallbladder removed, then you definitely need some extra support here. So just keep that in mind, and we want to make sure we're always going to use glass or metal as we drink our citrus oils. Avoid plastic. There's a couple of great oils here I just want to mention. Bergamot. If you have not been introduced to bergamot, put it on your list. It smells, it's citrusy for sure, but it's a little more like earthy citrus. I love to diffuse this at night, blended with Serenity. It gives me great sleep. One of my first times I did some continued education in person for doTERRA, I learned about bergamot, and I learned about it from Dr. Danielle Daniels. She did her doctorate dissertation on post-traumatic stress disorder. And she found that bergamot stopped the loop of post-traumatic stress when it was used 3 to 5 times a day for a month. She was working with veterans, and they were breathing it in through the bottle or putting a drop in their hand, and then diffusing it throughout the night. And they were able to sleep better. They had improved mood. their PTSD symptoms either went away or dramatically decreased. And I don't know, that just speaks volumes to not just bergamot, but essential oils in general. She chose bergamot because of the smell. It's just such a pleasant smell, and it's very neutral. Like it's not super floral or too girly or too manly or anything like that. And the price point is really good. So that was why she chose that. Another blend that you could make as you age and maybe you have some hormonal stuff coming up like hot flashes or you just need support there. Bergamot, frankincense, and peppermint, mix them all up in a roller bottle. And that's a great blend to support our hormones. Again, with the adaptive, because all phases of life, we need that mental health support. And adaptive is going to give you that calm, but it's a focused calm. At least that's the experience I have. And adaptive has copaiba in it. So copaiba is like the sister of CBD in that it also works with our endocannabinoid system. And every cell in our body has those endocannabinoid receptors. And so when the copaiba comes into our body or we smell it, we have those receptors turn on and it brings us into calm. It helps with inflammation. And another investment oil that I highly recommend to put on your list is the Immortelle blend. Wrinkles, blemishes, like the bags under your eyes, the crow's feet, Immortelle is a beautiful blend to put on your skin for anti-aging sunspots. I like to mix in a little yarrow pom with it as the bottle goes down, and it just makes it last longer. This is pure oil too, pure essential oil. So you can always open this up and make it into a few roller bottles to get it to last longer. We've got guys support again with the deep blue because deep blue is typically that gateway oil for our men. Digest Zen is great for upset stomach. I love to just rub that clockwise on my belly. It goes right away. If you get any sort of heartburn, you can put that right on the area where you're feeling the heartburn. You can do this one in a veggie cap. I don't love the taste of it, but even in a veggie cap, I'm like, no. So I'm using that one topically. Marjoram for sleep and snoring and phlegm. I know if I'm diffusing Breathe or some sort of eucalyptus or peppermint at night, I can notice a dramatic difference in my husband's snoring. That's really says a lot too. And then again with copaiba and wild orange. So we see some of these oils come up for all the phases of life, and it's just really true. So we can use our oils aromatically to shift the mood, and we're not going to have to worry about where do these come from? What are these toxic fragrances that are going through our home? Our kids are crawling on the floor, the pets are on the floor, they've got, somebody's got their tongue on the floor, something like that. We don't have to worry about anything toxic going into the air. And I love to diffuse Citrus Bliss. This one I also diffuse in my car. It keeps the car smelling good. We can use our oils topically and put them on for different reasons. Maybe you need some uplifting, inspirational energy. Maybe you're looking to calm down. Maybe we're feeling some aches and pains after working out. So we've got those options. And then again, internally, we want to use our citrus oils. There are other oils that we can use internally. Just make sure that on the bottle it says supplemental facts. Then you know that you can take the oils internally. If they don't say supplemental facts, it'll just say for topical and aromatic use only. That means we're going to avoid taking them internally. I've known people to drink deep blue. Nothing happens. Like they have a little bit of an upset stomach. but the oils just aren't intended to be used that way. So citrus oils, again, are great. Frankincense under your tongue, or copaiba. You can use up to 24 drops internally throughout your day. We're not going to want to go over that. And again, we'll adjust those ratios for people depending on their age. As we go into older life, we still want to maintain that lifelong vitality. The food isn't getting any more nutritious. If anything, our soil is just getting more and more depleted. So we want to continue to support healthy bones and joints and energy throughout the day with our full dose of lifelong vitality. Using fractionated coconut oil, because as we do age, a normal part of aging is that our skin does become a little thinner. So we want to make sure that we're supporting our skin by diluting, and then we can also get the moisturizing, hydrating benefits of using the fractionated coconut oil. And as you dilute the oils with coconut oil, we're not diluting them in a sense that they're less potent. They're still potent, and arguably more potent, because that carrier oil gives us continuous like dosage of that oil throughout. So it's not just going on our skin and evaporating. It's going to linger and stay on our skin longer and give us more of like a sustained amount of the essential oil. The bone nutrient complex can be used throughout adulthood, but this is great as we age to support our bones. We do know that our bone mass does decrease, the density decreases. So taking this in conjunction with lifelong vitality is going to give you 100% of that daily calcium and magnesium. I would also say too, if you're having a hard time sleeping, look into your magnesium levels. Same with digestion, look into that magnesium level. So you can take this throughout adulthood with lifelong vitality. And if you're taking lifelong vitality, you only need half a dose of the bone nutrient complex. So our dilution ratios are here. If we're going to use a 10 ml roller bottle with some sort of carrier oil, doTERRA is now making other kinds of carrier oils, not just coconut, because there are some allergies or sensitivities to coconut. So you can look into those as well if you're looking for a different carrier oil. So we'll just want to keep this in mind. You can screenshot that, but I always say just do a little homework around kids, babies, and pets. Like that needs a little bit more research on what oils to use with them, what the ratios are. But all in all, you can rest assured that doTERRA oils are safe and effective. It's just there's certain oils that, like, for instance, cats, we shouldn't be using tea tree on them. Cats have different metabolisms than us, different constitutions, and tea tree just doesn't vibe with them. So just keep that in mind. If you're gonna use oils on kids or babies, do some more research around that. But overall, once you get doing this, you know your common sense really starts to guide you. Symphony of the Cells is a wonderful protocol. In this protocol, there are books you can buy to give you all different protocols. So I've got the book. You can get it on Oil Life, or whoever invited you to doTERRA will tell you where you can get it from. But there's all different application methods that you apply to the body. And this is a great way to bring in healthy touch into your household. So many of us, don't experience that growing up, unless it's like a hello or goodbye hug or a kiss, but we don't experience like healthy touch a lot of times in our household. And to be able to kind of just give your babies or your kids or your partner or whoever in your home this nice, relaxing oil massage application to help support, if they need some immune system support or they need some cardiovascular support. There's all different protocols within this, and you just apply a couple of drops after you've rubbed in your fractionated coconut oil, and then go on to the next oil. And it's just a really beautiful thing that you can share and hopefully give and receive, because it's super easy to do. So if you do it for them, they've got to do it for you. Let's do a little trade-off. But there's a ton of information on Symphony of the Cells. And if you have any questions, just reach out to me or whoever invited you here. So now something that you consider, you probably already have your oils. If you're new to doTERRA, you probably have heard of LRP. What LRP is, Loyalty Rewards Program. It's a monthly customizable wellness box intended to be the smartest and most affordable way to purchase your oils. So each month you can have access to the free oil of the month if you place your order before the 15th. And then every order that you place, you redeem points. Well, you earn points that you can later redeem for free products. So I've been in it for over a year. So because of that, for every $100 I spend, I get $30 back to put towards product next month. So this is a great way for me to expand my oil arsenal, or maybe try out products that I wouldn't try if I had to buy. So you can create a cart based on what we talked about tonight and add that into your LRP. You can set it to process it for whatever day of the month makes sense for you. And you'll get text message reminders as your date approaches to make sure you don't forget to change up your box each month. With that being said, you can cancel it at any time. Just make sure that you redeem your points before you cancel your subscription. So hopefully you feel like you know how to use oils throughout the lifetime of whoever is in your life. And if you have questions, like, that is normal. There are tons of resources out there. The Modern Essentials book, the Essential Life book. You have brilliant minds over here on our communities. You have the doTERRA blog, and just lots of great information at our fingertips. And if you're like me, you love to share what's working for you with other people. So the great thing about this community is the more people that you invite to us, the more we reward you. So whenever you refer new customers to whoever invited you here, your upline, we will gift you with free oils. If you personally enroll your friends, like how you got your starter kit, if you have people get starter kits through you, this is a great way to not only pay for your oils, but even earn extra income. And if this is something you really want to pursue, you can supplement or replace your income altogether. And this is what we do. We just teach, we teach people how to live healthier lifestyles, how to use oils. So we make plans for weekly, monthly classes. And as you introduce people to oils, we will also teach you how to run your business, but it is your business. So ultimately the ball is in your court there, but you will get a ton of support and training through mentors. Wellness consults, teaching people how to use their oils. If you haven't received your wellness consult from whoever introduced you to oils, it's never too late to do that. So just reach out with them. But that's what we get to do. We get to teach our friends and family in our network how to use doTERRA and what it has to offer. We do these continued education classes every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. We do weekly team calls, which are just a great way to not only motivate and inspire you and learn, but what an awesome community to be a part of just a place where you are lifted up by others. We're empowered to use these natural tools. We're introduced to different concepts, and there's a lot of opportunity there to grow personally and professionally. Then you also want to schedule in strategy sessions with your mentors and your leaders, so that way you can lean on them for advice, and you can sort out maybe any like things you have coming up, like why isn't this person interested in essential oils when they are so amazing, and you get to see it from different perspectives. And then we contact and follow up with people. So these are basically 7 steps of what we do throughout the week with our doTERRA business. This is a great way. I know for me, I do it in conjunction with my massage therapy business, but you don't have to have a background in health and wellness to share oils. And I think if anything, that is one of the most empowering things, to be able to transform and reverse or shift your life in a way that you can use these tools, and maybe you never even had any interest in plants or holistic health or anything like that, and you just see how easy and quick you can change and adapt to that. So I think really this is a great business opportunity for anybody who is interested. But if you have that desire to share and to help people, maybe you have a financial need, there are so many reasons why you could succeed and have this business. So I truly believe that people are shifting and they're looking for these natural solutions in their life. And it was a pleasure to teach you all tonight. I hope you got some great information out of this, and I will open it up now for any questions that we have.
Well, I learned that